First, you suffer. Then you awaken, and only then do you begin to ascend. Strange, isn't it? That pain is not a punishment, but a summons, a knock on the inner door that says, wake up. Not to the world, but to yourself. You see, suffering shakes the foundation of who you think you are, so that you may discover who you truly are. And when that veil lifts, something extraordinary happens. You stop identifying with the wound and begin identifying with the witness. This is awakening. From here, ascension isn't about floating off into the clouds. It's about returning fully to the present, unburdened by the past, undistracted by illusion, unmoved by the ego's hunger for control. You begin to live as the soul, not the story, and you realize the pain didn't break you. It built the staircase. And now, you're rising.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who'll do whatever His Highness desires.
Yeah, big fat nigga, off rip, big fat, got pulled like a crossbow, green like a snot nose, don't fool with lost hoes, keep the Glock close, case a nigga try to meet me at the crossroads. Sheesh, made it out the mud to the top floor, upscale hood, baby, shop at Costco, small but I'm hard like a gallstone, back against the wall, let it ring like a wall phone. I let it purr in the cat fight, light skin but a nigga ain't half white, every beat I'm on is a crash site, 7 years old when my dad died, no cap, my experience was serious, get reary around the myriad of niggas that's amphibious, I had to learn to keep my sucker small, nigga period, savages, law averages, hard to grapple with, ravenous, ghetto fabulous, well established, catalyst for every daddies, that's who be the maddest when, you ain't doing bad as Bill, hey look, big fat slim chance that I rock with ya, ice cold with the stick like a popsicle, 5 kids, I'm fertile, if you ever touch a gold shields in your back, Ninja Turtle, cowabunga, don't ever succumb to a lame nigga selling you dreams, mirror, mirror on the wall, and the fears of them all, but them a nigga out here realer than them. Yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than the queen. Hell yeah. Use a hoe. Yeah. Use a hoe. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Queen.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind. Or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
This is medicine music, prescription of frequency with a doses influenced by the state of the culture lacking some nourishment. Hella deficient in love, they needed encouragement, but taught to get numb off the drugs. Started to notice the loose screws, 10 of my toolbox, cause how can you mend the issue when you got a bruised heart and mentally been scarred, physically been barred, ready for rebirth, but spiritually it's been hard. Let me take you through some steps that I done learned, loved one, cause it don't happen overnight, this healing's earned, loved one. It come with practice, releasing your distractions, setting healthy boundaries and managing attachments. We made in God's image, but we started walking backwards when we gave away our power by submitting to a master. Then they pimped our infrastructure, changed the pricing in the package. Told you if you want it back, it's in blood cause they attacking. If you want to free your mind and free your spirit from the toxic, gotta vow to kill the poison of the snakes that's in your garden. Only giving your attention to the things that bring you honor. Keep your vibe sucker free and your circle free from drama. Shit, life crazy when you really think about it, and shit could get wicked if you really ain't moving solid. I'm praying you don't risk your whole life just for $1, and you conquer your demons before you end up getting conquered. So I gift you this medicine music. Yeah, I gift you this medicine music. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. Belly of the beast to swallow you up for profit. Call it capital gains and they ain't even lifting proper. I aim to break the cycle my grandma passed to my mama, cause the DNA carry generational wealth and trauma. Encoded with a message, unfolding to your blessings. If you walk in your purpose, you can heal your family lineage. Work smart so I can leverage all of this time invested. Sing about me when I go, I lived everything I was destined. Victory over obstacles, 2020 my opticals. Cutting out all distractions, applying knowledge, I got the tools. Lesson learned that I got it, you junior die. Sparked a few, step die. Spark the fuse, no way, I'ma lose this weight. I carry heavy, but my ancestors heavier. Thought I was moving steady, but now I'm moving steadier. Gave my burdens to God, and now I'm feeling merrier. Got my eye on a lover, imagining I can marry her. And now it's come a time where you gotta pick a side, or whether or not you gon' contribute to Earth's demise, or if you gon' be one of them ones that embody light. Cause the future gon' be fucked up if the kids can't live their life. So I offer you medicine music. Yeah, I get you this medicine music. Yeah, ayy. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. I gift you this medicine music. Yeah.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with a cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency. Frequency.
Peace and love. It's lava at the park. Yeah. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. Don't let them define you. You're growing through dimensions, no losses, just lessons. And that's why your faith is strong. Anytime you hit your lowest, always bounce back. Anytime you lost your glow, got your shine back. Anytime you felt alone, God had your back. Better know that you're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. I love you, reflection. We flexing on our haters. We wish them the best, but protecting our sacred love. No weapons formed against us could take us away from God. We praying, we praising, we grateful. We came from love. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. Hey baby, you got the ball? Thank you. Ooh, never forget who you are and where you come from. Peace and love.
Shit. Look, man, I hit rock bottom and took the stones and built an empire. They asked me how you come up out the smoke, not smelling like fire. They say that life can be a bitch, so I made her my wife. I fell in love with this adversity and learned how to fight. Look, you don't know what wholeness feels like until you've been empty. You learn you've always been enough by the time you had plenty. Sometimes you gotta lose it all just to find yourself, to realize you had it all when you was by yourself. Cause I was down bad, got up in my bag, now I'm up again. Had to recognize who the fuck I is, had to run it back, ain't no fumbling. I hear you niggas mumbling, but you don't speak my lingo. So focus on my numbers, that they lining up like bingo. I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen some lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else can. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay, they ask me what I'm on, I just say my throne. Remember who I was, baby, welcome home. I've been in my zone, asking how I feel, great. Hungry for everything that's on my plate. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta wait. If you all you got, then you know what it takes. Why y'all niggas love to play? I get too much fucking grace. Had to choose what I won't take. If you drop me, I won't break. Baby, I'm built from the magic, I'm godly. Fuck around, finding out, I get it poppin', I get it choppin'. Yeah. Cause I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen them lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else can eat it out. You ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Hey. All right. Hey. I think they should study my aura. I've been buzzing in and out the world. Rockets emulate the shit I'm on. Black woman, I'm the closest thing to God. Gave me the seed of life, now watch me bloom. Vibrating past the version that you knew. It's nice to meet you, can you tell the truth? Who the fuck are you loyal to? Please don't fuck me over, cause I only get finer. And when you do, I wear your bullshit like designer. Fertilizer, I'ma transmute it all to fire. Burn in this bitch, I'm the true purifier. I'm the true purifier. Shine a light on your shadow so that you can grow higher. Fire and desire, or I'm triggering the trauma, reflecting you like some water. Please don't fuck me over, cause I only get wiser. Fool me once or fool me twice, I was a sympathizer. My standards growing daily, cause I love myself regardless. I enabled nonsense, now it's lines nobody crossing. I was at a crossroads, fighting demons and lost souls like the semen a lotus grows. This a version nobody knows. Loyal to myself and I'm 10 toes. I think they should study my aura. I've been buzzing in and out the world. Rockets emulate the shit I'm on. Black woman, I'm the closest thing to God. Gave me the seed of life, now watch me bloom. Vibrating past the version that you knew.
What? And tell me, who the are you loyal to? Hey, Starseeds, peace and blessings. You're not gonna say they clone me. They like, what? She started off with, hey, Starseeds. No, peace and blessings, Starseeds. It is the goddess Rael, and welcome to Pronoia Starseed Podcast, y'all. I can't really back up because my new throne is so big. I have to back up. I got to get some beeping sounds to let the bossette know I'm coming back. Watch out now. Watch out there now. Beep, beep. That's right. The goddess has a new throne. So I have to, wait a minute. I'm off camera. Okay, wait. There we go. Hold on. Let me get it situated. There we go. All right. Peace and blessings, Starseeds. Welcome to Pronoia Starseed Podcast. Tonight is a Human Design Night. That's right. For the second time in the month of June, we've been graced with the beautiful presence of the amazing human design expert, Claudia. Yes, she is backstage. I can see her beautiful face, and you can't, nanny boo boo, but you will in a few seconds. I just wanted to say, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope everything is going your way. And I don't know why I'm rhyming, maybe because I'm getting ready for Pronoia Poetry. I don't know. I hope you are on the 27th. Don't forget to sign up since I see you in the building. I'm going to remind you throughout the show, at the beginning, then at the end. I'm going to keep reminding you to sign up for Pronoia Poetry. I know you got it in you. I know you got a poem or two inside of you. Pronoia Poetry is coming on 6/27. Now, tonight is a Pronoia night. It is Human Design Night. And the last time we saw Claudia, we were talking planets. And this time we are talking circuitry. So I hope you have your Human Design journals or whatever you keeping your information in. You remember, we are in the university now. We are no longer in high school. So I will not be reminding you to bring your tools to class. That is your responsibility. All right. Thank you. Thank you all for being in the building. I see all 28 of you watching right now. Says, can you all 28 subscribe right now to Pronoia Starseed Podcast? Thank you very much. We continue to grow because Starseeds, we are out here. Don't believe you're out here by yourselves. Look, you found us. Now, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, I would like to bring to the stage my beautiful goddess sister, because I can't help but give her the goddess title. I mean, look at her. When she comes on the stage, she glows. I mean, come on. Come on. I crown you, Goddess Claudia. Without further ado, y'all, I can get silly, okay? I can get silly. Yes. Tell him, King Adonis. Tap, 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 okay? Without further ado, I bring to you the stage, my beautiful sister from another mister, Claudia.
Peace, everyone. Peace, goddess Ra'el. I will take the title goddess gladly. When I was getting ready today, I was like, I want to give goddess today. I want to give goddess.
Yes, you are giving goddess energy for sure.
Because with new hair, I've been varying between doll and goddess, and eventually you'll see pictures because I haven't really shared much with my look, but I'm like, it's either doll or goddess. There's
yes.
Between right now. I'm like, tonight the goddess will come through with full heart, full gratitude, extremely excited to be here. It's only been a week and still I just, generators, manifesting generators, we are meant to live turned on and lit up. And being here is that for me. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to share. I'm so ready. I'm excited. What a beautiful moment we're in. What a pivotal transition. I know that I'm looking forward to what's happening in Pronoia in general. Like, we're just one piece of the puzzle in Pronoia University. There's so much beauty that is shared. I was tapped in from Mr. Westbrook the other night, feeling like, hey, learning about the Father in this month, where we have Father's Day coming up. And it honestly, I'm gonna riff on that for a second because I have learned so much in this past year because of the shift in the relationship with my father.
Mm-hmm.
And like observing him and being around him and being able to really understand has allowed me to really understand portions of myself that I feel really grateful to. And I think it is so important and valid for us to tap into that energy, and also understanding, like, the conversation, and I did have to jump off because I'm in New York, and y'all already know that New York is on fire right now, and y'all already know that night, like literally that night, I had to run to watch the last 7 minutes of the Knicks game. And I have to recatch up, but the conversation around wisdom and talking about the mother and the wisdom, but the different wisdom of the father, I feel like I have to mention that because we have to remember and honor that and bring that in. That's right, NYC stand up. I see you, King Adonis.
Yes.
That's right. So overall, we're in a really potent moment. We have Juneteenth tomorrow. King Adonis is gonna be in the building. There's just we were talking about Pronoia poetry, which I have chills just thinking about it. I feel like all the beauty that's coming through, that's continuously pouring out. I'm like, I was just here last week, but I'm like, I'm so ready to be here right now. I'm in the building here. Are y'all ready? Did y'all do your homework? Like God has reminded y'all, do y'all have your materials?
Get your stuff.
And when you said that, I was like, it's interesting because all of us types have different ways of learning. And we talked about arrows like the episode prior, which also tells you a little bit of how you learn. Whether like when you have your arrow facing like the masculine side, the left side, you have a more traditional way of learning. Like the education system as it exists is more about memorization and logic, right? And so you tend to benefit a lot. But if it's right facing, then the education system hasn't caught up fully to the fact that you learn in a myriad of ways, and like you need to be stimulated, or if not, you tend to get bored or tend to feel ignored, right? And so as this is Human Design University, you are meant to understand how you best learn. And some of us are like, what do they call it? Muscle memory. No, yes, you learn with muscle memory, so it's good to take notes. And some just need to listen. Like some people literally just capture everything they need by just listening, and then walk out of there and it's like, woo, right? Some people need a mixture of both. So
I was about to say that right there. So listen, when it's something like this, I don't need to take notes because I'm into it. If I love something, it's downloads into me. Now, if I have to know it and I don't give a shit about it, I have to take notes because I'm not going to remember it, because I don't remember shit I don't care about. It's just how I'm built. So I know that I have to take more notes about things that are not as interesting. But if I'm into like human design, oh man, I'm just sitting here downloading the information, and then I'm going back and doing research, and then I'm just downloading it though.
And I feel like there are some concepts that speak to us in certain, like there are some concepts in human design that you might not need to like look into. Like it just hits and you already know it. Mm-hmm. And then there's some things that call your spirit, which is part of the homework that I gave y'all, right? Like which one of these planets is calling you? Which one of this energy, right? When we started, we talked about, where are you right now? Do you know what you got going on, or are you figuring it out? Which one of the planets is talking to you, speaking to what you need? So we'll have a Q&A moment in the after our lesson, so that you can think of if anything has come up for you in the time that we've been apart, in the whole 8 days that we've been apart. And know that anytime questions come up, feel free to drop them in the comments. Share with your friends so that y'all can have new things to talk about. Y'all don't gotta talk about people's business. You can talk about human design.
Talk about your business. How about that? Yes. Okay, I love that.
Yeah. Share with your friends.
Share with everybody, because everybody I meet, I honestly, I talk about human design like Claudia, if we had not met, I don't know what I would be doing right now. You think I'm crazy now? Wait, if I had not met you, I would have been all lost in the sauce. I'm telling you, human design has really, truly been a great, a massive tool for me in learning myself. Like everything to me on this planet is about self development and connection to others. I've also learned how important connection to others is to me, and also how important boundaries are for projectors. And I only learned this because of human design. Like I was like, it gives you parameters. Like these things about yourself, but then when you find it, you're like, okay, now what do I do? And it tells you, it's like, well, you could do. It gives you options. You don't have to follow human design, but more than likely you're already doing it because it's your human design. So just listen along, you guys. I'm going to get out of here in a minute, but I just wanted to say I am always blessed to have you here. I'm so excited you came 2 times this month. Now, listen, y'all, if y'all want her to come more, just say it in the comments. We'll say, more, Claudia.
If y'all want me to come more, y'all got to comment more and you got to share. Everybody got to bring a friend.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's
get it. Let's go.
There's boundaries.
Yeah, for real.
There's rules and regulations.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Goddess.
Yes, no problem.
Have fun.
I'm going to be in the front of the class tonight.
We're ready to keep it rolling.
I'm going to be in the front of the class. I'll be backstage. Do you want me to get the slides up now?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll see you in a few.
Okay. Starseeds. I'm so excited to be here. Tonight, we are going to dive into circuitry and human design. Last week, we talked about the planets. We went through what each planet means when it comes to human design and how you can apply it to yourself and how to dig in and look into it. There will be a space if you want to reflect on last week's lesson a little bit more deeply. You can always put it in the comments. If you have any questions that come up during this lesson, there will be a space for Q&A. All right. I think we're ready to get started. Our lessons are always participatory, so I get to see your comments. I won't always get a chance to reply to every single one, but please continue to share and engage. And other people that are here also have expertise, also have been learning, and are able to assist you in guidance. Like we are in community here. This is a community space, and we're all here to uplift and support each other on our journeys of self-discovery, of self-knowledge, of self-mastery. Human design is a tool that we can use in this journey. Like God said, and how it has helped me is in terms of providing structure, a little bit more structure to understanding yourself on a deeper level. Oftentimes we're called to spaces like Pronoia Starseed Podcast, Pronoia Starseed University, because we're already on this journey of figuring some things out. And human design is one level that assists you in terms of helping break you down to you. So these lessons that we're hopping into are deepening into human design, but still are very light touch. I also want to make sure that I mention that as, I guess, my little disclaimer, there's a lot of depth to these topics. When I prepare slides, this is my second time preparing slides. I do have a resource page, and I am more than happy to share the resource page for anyone that wants to dive in deeper. Some sites that I tend to turn to. Every resource page is slightly different because I tend to go do my research and share the sources that I feel really encapsulate the topics in a really beautiful way. Now me, I am paraphraser. I am putting it all together and then giving it to you in a way that has made sense to me, and also in a way that you can put it into practice. I also want to mention, before we dive in, allow yourself to listen and receive. Allow yourself to know what stands out for you, what calls out to you, look at your body graph. It is always a good idea to have your body graph nearby so that you can start just piecing things together or just looking at it. And then know what like speaks out to you so that you can dive in deeper. Human design has a lot of layers to it, and it can be very overwhelming to tackle it all at once. So don't stay up all night. It's a big ass rabbit hole, right? Like, so we want to pace ourselves and know that there's enough time to really digest the material, and there's enough time for you to let what is important for you shine through. So with that said, welcome to our lesson today on Human Design and Circuitry. My name is Claudia Adalgisa. I am a soul coach, creator of Personified, and proud Starseed. I did, hold on, let me figure out how to, oh, here we go. How to move on. Proud Starseed, Personified is my school and sanctuary that uses Reiki, Tarot, Akashic Records, and Human Design for soul level activations and integrations toward your highest and aligned timeline. Personified was born in 2019, created by Claudia Adalgisa, who is a proud starseed in the Pronoia verse since 2022. And love you, goddess. We always start with gratitude. We start and end with gratitude. So the first slide here, I just put the experiment because human design is meant to be used as an experiment. So if you're in a journey of self-discovery, gaining self-knowledge, this is a tool that you use to shift, to make a shift in your life. And we don't want to take ourselves too seriously and create another box essentially for us to live out of. You take what resonates for you in the moment. You notice what you have resistance to. Notice what you have resistance to. It's important to note both. If you want to learn with ease, you just become aware of where you are. Be real and honest about where you are. So I just wanted to mention that caveat because they say with human design essentially describes that we are born with a certain aura type, and that aura type is a mix of when your soul came into your body. And sorry, I feel like I'm glitching a little bit. Let me just check my connection. Okay. Y'all let me know if I glitch, if y'all can't hear me or see me. Keep me posted. Okay. So let me just glitching a little. Okay. I feel like I'm back on my end, so let me know if it's good on your end. Okay. So I even lost my thought where I was at. So it'll come back to me. Let's move to the next slide. Today we're here to talk about circuitry. And I wanted to just point out, like, the mainstream definition of circuitry is about electricity. It's the detailed plan or arrangement of an electric circuit. That's definition number one. Definition number two is it's the components of an electric circuit. And number three is the network of interconnected neurons in the nervous system, and especially the brain. So circuitry in human design, if you have your body graph up, I want to give you a couple of caveats. a couple of caveats, but we're gonna roll with it. Circuitry in human design, it is a broader thing to look at. It is not necessarily it's not necessarily an elementary thing or the first thing that you look at when it comes to your human design body graph. The first things to always really dive deep on in is your type, your strategy, your authority. The first things in that body graph, your profile, but really your strategy and authority are the first thing that you should focus on. Then comes like investigating your centers, eventually your gates. You can look at the interactions of your planets, and eventually you stumble upon the circuitry. And the circuitry is referring to how energy, it's like the large theme of your energy in terms of your body graph. So when you look at your body graph, you have all these lines have some lines that are colored in and connect one center to the other. Those lines are channels. When two gates are both lit up in your body graph, they form a channel. The channel in itself has a theme. Both gates have themes. And then there is a way that all of the channels kind of interconnect and they're all part of a larger theme, which is your circuitry. And there are the three main types of circuitry in human design that we will dive into. And then as we discuss those, we'll talk about the sub circuits in those circuits in the circuitry, and then kind of how to put it all together for yourself. Here we go. All the channels have a meaning and overall thing. So here in this slide, hold on. Okay. You have a very like elementary looking body graph. So full disclosure, this is not how the body graph that typically you pull up on that you looks like. And it's a little like inverted as the spleen is typically on the other side. So these are images that I had created specifically for this slide. And the tool that I use in order to create the images also got a couple of things a little different. So just be mindful of that. However, what we're actually focusing on and what I really appreciate about the image is that it kind of took everything out. Like you don't have your gates, you don't have all the things. It cleared some of the noise to just focus on those lines that are colored in. So other channels have a meaning and they all have an overall theme. The overall theme when it comes to circuitry is kind of like your needs, the values, principles, and beliefs that power you and your energy expresses through. Oftentimes, and we have to understand, like we're all interconnected and we're in a network. We have certain themes that we come into this world with naturally, and then we have certain themes that we are raised in. And so whatever we're raised in is part of our conditioning. Oftentimes, like it took me a while to understand like circuitry because it seemed so counterintuitive for me personally. And then I realized it's because the circuitry of the people that were around me influenced me. And that's how we all are. We are all influenced by who we're around, by our families, our communities, the places, our schools, the places that we frequent. Other energies are always kind of impacting our energy. And so that's something to just keep in mind. So the first type of circuitry is the individual circuitry. And I say the first type But there's no hierarchy to this, like there was like when I said last week with the planets. There's a hierarchy. There's no hierarchy. There's 3 types of circuitry. Some of us have all 3 types. Some of us have only 1 type. Some of us have 2 types. We are all unique in the way that we are expressed, and so you might not have any individual circuitry. You might have all individual circuitry. Either way, in this image that you see here, it kind of shows you the individual circuitry, how it lines. I have another image that's going to be a little bit clearer in the next couple of slides. However, the individual circuitry themes are pretty much empowerment, mutation, uniqueness. That's like the overall of the individual circuitry. Within the individual circuitry, there's 2 different types. And actually, I said there's 2, but there's actually, it's debatable whether it's 3. For the most part, in a lot of places, you'll see the 3rd one included in the individual circuitry, and in some, it's completely kind of categorized differently to create a 4th category of circuitry, which that's the integration. However, for the sake of this lesson, we're just going to keep it simple and say that individual circuitry has 3 sub-circuits: the knowing, the centering, and the integration. What this means is when you see the lines, you see all the lines like pictured here. All of those are channels within this circuit. And later on, we'll go through a little bit of the channels that are part of individual circuitry, so you can look in your body graph and see if you have them. But essentially, when it comes to the individual circuit, if you have these, the individual circuit, it means that you came here to have a unique experience. You are a unique human being. So the individual is the self, and the world, certain parts of the world have shifted into a more individualistic frame of thought. And human design is about individualism because it is about you being expressing your uniqueness. So a person that has individual circuitry, a lot of individual circuitry, or any individual circuitry in the place that you have that, it means that you have a uniqueness to you, or an originality to you. And when it comes to the sub-circuits, if your channel falls in the knowing, for example, in the knowing circuit, sub-circuit of the individual circuitry, it means that you carry this inner truth for yourself. You carry this inner truth that kind of comes from your crown, from your being, and you just have this, I want to say, like intuitive knowing of who you are. And that is expressed in your being. It's just kind of like you being self-empowered within yourself and know that you're here for yourself. Now, if you have a centering sub-circuit, if you have channels in the centering sub-circuit of the individual circuitry, it means that you have the ability and the power to empower others through your authenticity and through your self-love. So part of the way your energy expresses is it can be seemingly self-centered. And I put self-centered in quotes because I'm not saying self-centered with any positive or negative connotation to it. It's just is. allowing yourself to be your true self, to shine in your unique way, helps other people find their own light. So, I mean, to think of the concept of self-centered as negative is kind of short-sighted. So I just want to make that as short-sighted, because oftentimes a lot of us get lost and are trying to find our way. And it's typically somebody who is in their authentic self. Exactly. It looks that way to people who aren't living in their own truth. So if you have the centering sub-circuit, it's about empowering others through your authentic self-expression. And the third sub-circuit is integration. So integration, and this is the only one that I put the gates straight up. So if you have gates 34, 57, 10, 20 in those channels, then you have the integration channel. And the integration channel is like this deep power of self-knowledge. It's having the ability to navigate spaces without knowing how, like you just do. You just show up and you just are. And the power that you carry when you have integration channels are for yourself. The power is completely personal use. It's not power to be shared with others. Now, individual circuitry means that you are here for yourself, and in your being here for yourself, you help expand, you help empower. And again, we'll get into a little bit more of what the individual circuitry channels may be, so that you can see if you carry this energy. So that's our individual. Next up is the tribal. And so the tribal, sorry, I don't know what I just did. Okay. So tribal circuitry is about bonding, support, survival. Tribal energy is community, family. It is putting these things, holding them sacred and putting them first. So people that have a lot of tribal energy are all about their family, are all about what is best for the family, what is best for the group, what is best for the community, what is best for friends, right? Friends become family. Peace, peace. Dr. Bina, welcome. So your tribal energy, if you have tribal circuitry, your community and family tends to come first. And it's again about that bonding, support, and it's about surviving in the group. It's a group mentality. And the two sub-circuits of the tribal circuitry are defense and ego. So defense and ego. What defense is your focus tends to be on protecting the tribe, what is best for the family unit. It tends to be about expanding that, reproduction, and figuring out how to keep the family unit safe, expanding and growing. So that's like the defense, of the protection of making sure boundaries are set, rules, like making sure that there is an order to the group. And the ego sub-circuit of the tribal circuitry is about ensuring resources are available for the group. Resources are available for the tribe. Material resources, money, making sure that there is enough. Like carry that energy of having the tribal energy is how we have two tribal. Two is better than. I mean, I'll tell you what I have in a bit. I'll tell you what I have. Hold on. I want to make sure the mic is up. So when you have the ego subcircuit, you are essentially helping to provide what the tribe, what the group, what the family needs in order to survive and thrive. And so that's overall the tribal circuit. And next up is the collective. The collective, you have tribal and collective. That's beautiful. The collective is overall about sharing and experiences and logic. It's about society at large. So you have the self, you have the family, and then you have the larger collective group. And again, like the other circuitry, it has the two sub-circuits. And so for collective, there is the logic and there's the sensing. And I want to mention that for all of these, to me, it reads very much as the masculine and the feminine energy of both. Because one could say that logic is a little bit more masculine energy and sensing is a little bit more feminine energy. And again, we all contain both, and they're both different expressions in the way that we demonstrate them to the world. So the logic subcircuit is a person that has a logic subcircuit is someone that has could be someone that has really good pattern recognition and is pretty much more future oriented. So when you have good pattern recognition, when you have the certain channels that are plugged into the circuitry, could mean that you're able to recognize certain patterns in order to make modifications for the future, like ensure safety, to ensure collective success. Both of the subcircuits are about when you have collective energy, the collective circuitry, you are meant to share. You're meant to share information in order to benefit society as a whole. So someone that has logic or understanding circuitry helps predict kind of futuristic patterns, exactly futurist, like a futurist. Whereas the other subcircuit of the collective is the sensing, which is the abstract. And sensing, the sensing subcircuit, if you carry that energy, that's more about reflecting on the past. It's more like the historian, right? So we have the futures and we have the historian energy when it comes to the collective. Both are very important for the success of humanity, right? It's important to know where we come from in order to know where we're going, in order to know why we're here. That's the sensing energy. It's like we're looking back, we're reflecting, and that energy is internal for yourself. When you have it for the collective, there's almost like the sense of obligation to share the information so that the information can help push us forward as a society. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? People with the collective energy? All right. So This is the image that I pulled from the Jovian Archive site, which Jovian Archive holds like the founder of Human Design lessons, and the link to his talks on circuitry is part of the resource page that I will show you in a little bit. But if you have pulled your Human Design body graph from Jovian Archive, it looks a little bit more like these images, and you can see the individual, it shows you, it's like that center from the crown to the ajna to the throat, and then down to the G center, down to the sacral, and down to the, like that straight line. If you have any of those channels, then you have individual channel energy. The individual one is pretty large. So that's really funny. Whoever mentioned like that they don't have any individual energy, right? So you see how it could still happen. And then it has the energy on both sides. On both sides. So, and the integration energy is like that red one in the middle of the individual. I feel like my mouse you can't see my mouse, so it's fine. The middle one is the collective energy. And you see that if you have those outer channels, so from the throat to the spleen to the root, from the root to the solar plexus and up to the throat, and then up on the side, those are the collective channels. And then it's like your right side is the logic, and the left side is the sensing. Or I might have that flipped. Don't quote me. It might be the other way around. And then the tribal energy. So the tribal energy is very, like, of course it involves the sacral, right? The sacral as part of that reproduction channel, that's like the 59-6, which if you have that channel, that's a tribal channel. The ego, which is the heart. So if you have your heart defined and you have channels coming out of your heart, then typically you may have some tribal channels. So use that ego energy, that willpower energy for the tribe. Yeah, so that's what they look like. I see a lot of you already recognize the type of energy that you carry, whether it's individual, whether it's collective, whether it's tribal. And in this point, I will just say, like, for me, since y'all shared, I will share. I do not carry any tribal energy. I have mostly individual, and like, I think I have like 1 or 2 maybe collective channels. So my energy is mostly individual and then a little bit collective. Not, oh wow. So for me, it was really interesting to note that, because like when I mentioned earlier, we're conditioned by our environment. I grew up in a very, very community-based, family-first environment. I grew up in an environment that prioritized, that was very much about how important friendships are, that it's very much how much connection to other humans are. Like, this was kind of pounded into me, and this is how I lived most of my life. And then when I came to really understand, like, why do I struggle sometimes when it comes to friendship, and why do I feel like I show up in ways that I was taught to because of this family first mentality. I've created family in places and out of people that didn't necessarily reciprocate it in the same way. And then I realized that, my parents have a lot of tribal energy. And so it makes sense that they pushed the tribal energy onto me. So I absorbed that and I used it, and I've had it in my lifetime. And however, it has been something that I find I've had to kind of force. It's not that it came naturally. It's easier because it was taught. It was taught to me, let's say. It's something that was learned. It wasn't something that I came with innately. So it's caused some struggles in understanding, because I mean, when I look at it, and I mean, if you follow me on socials, I feel like I've literally have had conversations about how hard it is for me to prioritize myself, and how I know that that's what I'm supposed to do, but it's still really hard. That's because of the conditioning that I'm like shaking off of this energy of putting the tribe before me, putting the energy of what people around me need more than what I need for myself. And understanding that when I act the most centered, and that when I say, you know, I'm just going to rest instead of doing all these things that other people want me to do for them, and I want to do for them because there's the pleaser part of me that wants to show up. But I know that when I prioritize myself, everything around me is better. I'm always looking, yeah, there's a lot of conditioning that we have to break out of in order to adjust when we are, again, when we're in a moment in our lives that we are looking for different results. We want change. We want a new life. We want a life that matches how we're starting to feel about ourselves. Then we start making those modifications necessary in order to do that, in order to live that life. So individual and collective dominate. Yeah. So people that individual and collective like me, a lot of this life is for you to empower yourself, for you to be your authentic self. You carry your own energy, your own uniqueness that inspires others. Like, a lot of your existence is just to be inspiring by being yourself. And it's easier said than done. I'm not going to hold you. It's easier said than done. But it is possible. And I encourage you to really look into your channels and see how your unique expression comes out as well, because the different energies of your channels also communicate how the energy is meant to express. Okay, so I'm not going to dive in super deeply to this graph, because I'll tell you the truth. There's some incorrect information on here. Based on what I told you in terms of like the integration channel, there's some channels that I feel like are a little misplaced. However, there are some that are actually very on point. So you can just take a look at it, come back, you can like zoom in if you want to. But it just tells you what channels are part of which. Our next episode, spoiler alert, will be on gates and channels. So we'll have this up again with the accurate placements when it comes to circuitry, but we can use it kind of as a guideline. So you guys sample and taste. So let's see here. I have one tribe and that's it. Yes. Well, the thing about it is, depending on your type and your centers, like how many centers you have defined, how many gates, how many channels you have in general. So look at it like that. Like, you can zoom out. Honestly, for many of us, every circuitry that we have is important, like has an equal weight. So like, how many channels do you have in total? Let's say you have 4 channels. Some people only have 2 channels. So some people have no channels. Reflectors. Like, shout out to my reflectors. So reflectors are completely open centers, so they don't have any channels, right? So if you have 3 channels, and let's say you have one of each, then each carries a kind of important weight for you, right? But let's say you have 3 and 2 out of the 3 are collective and 1 is tribal, right? The collective energy might be stronger, like might have a bigger pull for you. However, it's still good to just kind of examine them all, especially in how they communicate and what is communicating to you. Whether you want to understand your place in the tribe, whether your place in the tribe is to defend it, or whether your place in the tribe is to make sure that that has enough resources, right, to provide. It's like you're either the provider or the protector when it comes to the tribe. And if you have that tribal circuitry, you want to know which do you carry, which one are you more inclined to. And then when you realize, based on your human design, which one you're more inclined to, you start understanding which one you've been acting out of, which is typically not the one that you are supposedly more inclined to based on your human design. I have 2 collective and 1 tribal. Okay. So 2 collective and 1 tribal gives you're here to share. You're here to share your experiences, help the progression of the society as a whole. And also family is very important. Community is very important. And then you look deeper into your tribe to see, are you here to provide or protect? When it comes to the collective, are you a futurist or are you a historian? And what do you share? What do you elect to share? What do you like to share? So, are we picking up what I'm putting down? Talk to me. What does it mean when you have no individual channels? What does it mean when you have no individual channels? So if you have, so it just means you don't have any individual channels. When you don't have individual channels, it doesn't mean that you're not necessarily an individual or anything like that. It just means that a lot of your energy, a lot of the energy that you carry is more communal energy. So like you have, you carry more communal energy. You thrive. I don't like it. That's valid. That's valid. You know, ultimately, I think we are all kind of reaching an, a tangent, if you will. I think on a whole, we're reaching this epidemic where we all are kind of a little sick of each other. We're kind of sick of humans. It's like we love humans because we are human, right? We're supposed to love ourselves. And also, humans are tiring because why don't we have our shit together? Because why are we still fighting over resources? Why are we not, like, what is happening, right? Like the whole earth is ghetto mentality. However, it's not about whether you like people or not. You are still a person, and you are still in this world. And I find, yeah, I'm getting on it. I find that I always like to say love and hate are on a spectrum. There's a line that's a spectrum, that's love and hate. And so you can't often do one without the other. It's like they both exist. There's times where you lean one direction or lean the other direction. I think that in order to be able to admit like your dislike or even hate for human beings is because of your awareness and you're being plugged into this moment and what's occurring. And I think that is natural. And I think it's more demonstrative also of your love. Exactly. Love humans so much I hate them. It makes sense. I feel like it's not about your like or dislike. It's about your energy, the energy that you carry. And the energy that you carry is one that, I mean, clearly you're sharing, right? You have set up a whole platform, a whole university. You've started a whole college. So you don't like people that much, but here you are still serving. Here you are still creating. Here you are still giving your energy and allowing other people to tap into your energy. So that collective energy that you have, understanding, are you a historian or you're a futurist? I forgot already how many channels you said you had, but I'm guessing maybe a little bit of both. And the tribal energy is that bringing forward the community together. So, oh, one collective, two tribal. That to me is like, hello, that's why we have this tribe called Pronoia Starseed. Like, you have created the Starseed realm. That's your tribal energy. And that is, it's giving both. It's giving provider and protector. Provider and protector. So, we love you. And they are. Agreed. So, here is the resource page. If you want a copy of it, send me an email at More Personified with circuitry on the subject line and just say, hey, can I have that resource page? And I'll send it right over. Our next lesson on Pronoia Starseed University is going to be on July 8th. I thought it was cute because like 7-8 at around 9ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about gates and channels. So this was kind of like your prelude. You look at your gates, you look at your channels, understand the large theme, and then we're going to go in a little deeper into reviewing. Honestly, I will also say gates and channels, I literally looked at it and I was like, it's a big lesson. So it might have to be broken up, and maybe the focus is actually going to be channels a little bit more than gates. However, it's going to be amazing, and come through with your questions. Start looking at it. Look at your circuitry. Come through with whatever questions come up, as I am here to answer and engage. And ta-ta, we are now in our Q&A portion of the evening. So, let's see. Smart Video says I got both tribal sub-channels, ego, and defense. You got two tribal channels, and their ego and defense. You're a protector and a provider. And a protector and a provider. I love that. And that makes a lot of sense also. So, for our Q&A section, I do have a question from our last lesson in regards to the planets. And if you have any questions that are coming up, feel free to drop them in the chat. If I don't get to it tonight, I will follow up in the next round. For our last episode, Pronoia Starseed Podcast, aka Goddess Rael, asked about the gate 18 that she has in Jupiter and Saturn exalted. And so I was like, okay, I gotta dive a little deeper in that. Let me give me a little bit of time. I'll come through. And so, Goddess, I feel like this one's for you. Okay, listen up. Gate 18 is the gate of correction. Line 6 is the line of the role model. So for everyone, if you have line 6s, gates and line 6s, whenever you see a 6, think leadership. So you're a leader for the you're leading the energy of this gate. You're the culmination of this gate energy. So that's one. So once you see the 6, you already know that you're kind of called to leadership there. When you're a role model, it means that people look to you as an example. And if people look to you as an example, that means you are leading, right? Like that's the chain of command there. Jupiter is our planet of laws and expansions, and Saturn is our planet of discipline, right? When it comes to human design. So you have these kind of two energies that balance each other out, and they're both exalted, and they're both in the same gate, which is the gate of correction. So the gate of correction forms the channel of judgment I'm not sure if you have the full channel, the 1848, which is the channel of judgment. But this energy of gate of correction means that you carry this energy of being able to see when something is wrong and offer the solution to fix it. When this energy is exalted, it means it's wisdom, which I'm like, beautiful, because I feel like wisdom has been like this big overarching theme, but it literally means wisdom. It's you are extremely wise, and you have the ability to provide profound guidance that provides lasting value for whoever you are providing it to. This energy, if it wasn't exalted, it would come off as criticism. And because you have it exalted, it is constructive. It actually helps build. Like, you're being able to give somebody feedback on something will help elevate that, because you see things, you know how to fix it. You can see what is wrong and be able to tell the nuance and how to correct that path. Remember that as a projector, you still have to wait for the invitation. You always got to wait for the invitation. You see it though. And everybody that's listening, you see it. You know it. If you come to Goddess Ra'el with a problem, she probably can give you all the tea, all the nuances. She will fix that shit. She will fix that shit. But you have to come correct with the question, and also maybe the reciprocal energy on that. And by that I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't be using people. Be able to reciprocate. Because the information that you will get from Goddess will shift your whole world. Will shift your whole timeline. Okay? That is invaluable information that you can receive from this person, from this goddess. Okay? The Jupiter exalted means that you have high standards, and high discernment. You are able to see what is broken. That is a gift. Again, these two planets being in the exact same gate and line amplifies this energy within you. And these are part of your gifts. So understand that you're not crazy when you're noticing shit that don't seem right. Trust yourself, trust your voice, trust your wisdom. That's part of your gift. But just don't go offering it for free, because it's not meant to be received that way. So anything, I always tell my projectors, anything that you give without being invited to give is not received well. It's not received well. The person can act like it's received well, but it is not received well. It is a waste of your energy, resources, and talent to give that away for free. Projectors, I'm talking to y'all. Giving it away without being invited to share, without being invited to it. If you're not invited to it, they're not meant to receive it. And yes, you know it because you know things, because that's part of you. Like, y'all are amazing for that. Just not everyone. Talk to people about human design. Stay on the safe line. Share this with your friends. Like I said, don't talk to people about their business unless they're trying to pay you for it. You heard? You hear me? I hope y'all hearing me. Thank you, Goddess, for your question. She coming on screen. Yes.
I was gonna say something in the background, but yes, hello. No, for real. That energy, that's crazy. It was a reason I was drawn to that. And I know that my Saturn and my Jupiter on my astrology chart, they sit on top of each other, even like in degrees. They're just like, it's like I learn my lessons, but when I learn my lessons, I receive abundance, right? So it's like expansion. It's like mama and daddy are in the house. Even if I didn't have a mother and a father here on earth, I got a mother and a father that are just teaching me through the planets. And so when I saw that, I said, dang, they show up everywhere together. Like they in my astrological chart. Now that here they are in human design and exalted. So that when you said the arrow, because I saw that when you talk about the arrows down, I was like, oh shit, let me start looking for those. And I saw 2 little arrows going up, and I was like, what does this mean? This is interesting. So yes, I be knowing stuff. I've learned my lesson. I have been attacked for knowing too much. I have been seen as a know-it-all. And this is like growing up and not even like knowing nothing about human design. I'm talking about as a kid, just knowing certain things and just being like wanting to be helpful, and people will like mob turn on you. So I learned my lessons with waiting for the invitation. Over time, I've really become patient and understanding that not every invitation is for me either, because sometimes people act like they want to know, but they don't really truly want to know. They just want to hear what they want to hear, and I can't do that. And that's because I have that I do have the judgment channel. I have the whole channel, and that's why I can't really keep a job for too long, because if you start doing wrong stuff to people, I'm going to be the person that's going to call it out, and I can't help it. It's like I can't help it. I used to be wondering, why can't I help it? It's that channel within me that won't let wrongdoing just go, and just like, I don't care. I might get fired. I'll get another job, because divine is always blessing me when I do the right thing, so it's the integrity of it all. So thank you so much for that, because I was wondering, I was like, man, I hope she answered my question, because I was wondering about that 18.6 and Saturn and Venus. Thank you so much. Y'all tap into your charts. That should be on point. If y'all know me, you know that shit was on point. Yeah, we hate bullies. Oh my God. Can't stand a bully. Cannot stand a bully. And because you come off so sweet as a Pisces, sometimes people, they think that you're just gonna be sweet all the time. But sometimes, you gotta turn around with the gun when you're the rabbit. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna get up off of here. But thank you. That was on point.
Yes. Thank you for asking. So thank you again. If questions come up for you, please share. I'll refer back. I will check once or twice. Probably just once. I'm not gonna hold you. I will check before we go on to the next lesson. Okay. My conscious sun gaze. Okay. So that's gonna hold off then till next time. So come through next time and we'll talk about gate 43. And matter of fact, I love that you did that, Anubis. Thank you. Anybody else who wants a specific gate looked into, drop it in, because that will help formulate my next lesson. And I will make sure to plug it in the next time, because next lesson is on gates and channels. So if you have a specific gate or a specific channel that you really want to know more about, come through. How does individual circuitry work in our body? So individual circuitry, let me see if I can go back to it. Okay. So if you look at the diagram for individual circuitry, everything that's shaded in is part of your individual circuitry. The individual circuitry is the largest circuitry map when it comes to the body. If you look at, the comparison to the other two, and you see that it goes all the way from the head right down through the root, and it touches every center. It touches every center. So how does it work in your body? I always like to liken its energy, how energy cycles through. We receive energy from our heads and from our feet. So our heads and our roots, our feet, are like pressure centers. It's where energy rises in or it comes in. If you have either of these centers open, I always like to say protect your head. If you have an open head, make sure that you're protecting it um as much as possible, especially when you're going into places where you might be a bit vulnerable or newer places, right? Through your head, you receive a lot of information and guidance. It literally pours right in. And when you have individual circuitry, let's say you have individual circuitry, information is going to come in through your head and it's going to cycle down through all the channels that you have open. Energy also varies. I'm going to have to come back and write down all the gates, but I will. And I will. Put a question mark next to your gate though, so I know that you're for sure asking. Cause I might just be like, oh, someone just wrote this gate. Energetically, our circulation, and even like physically, right? Physically, I even grabbed a pen. The way that blood flows through our body is through, like, you can picture it being as circuits, as circuitry, as energy flows through our body. We always want to aim to be balanced, as above, so below. So everything is in a constant motion, and we're allowing energy to flow through us in a constant motion. When you have individual circuitry, the things that are specifically for you tend to stick around a little bit longer. You tend to hold on to a little bit longer. And the things that aren't for you flow right through you. Flow right through you. So you have to just be mindful of how you experience energy coming to you, flowing through you. Why we like to say grounding is important, again, because energy comes through our feet. It comes from above and it comes from below. So we are to protect that energy and also understand where in your body, and depending on where your specific individual channels are, it expresses a little bit more. Like, you can look at it in terms of the body parts, right? Like, what encompasses your spleen, what encompasses your throat, like the thyroid, the things that are the actual physical elements of your throat. If you want to dive in deeper, like, does that answer your question? That's just kind of very general. We can go in deep, and we can probably do a whole thing in terms of corporal somatic feeling through the human design system, which I'd love to dive in deeper, but I think that's like a next season type of thing, just next year type of thing. All right, so okay, so thank y'all and everybody who said gates. I will come back and note them all down, and so I'll have more information for you for next time. Yes, thank you, Melissa. And next up is our brief dating by design segment today. So I always keep it real with y'all. Dating by design is available to you if you want to do a compatibility between you and somebody that is close to you, be it a friend, a partner, a lover, a business partner, a sibling, a parent, somebody that you'd like to see your compatibility with, or how you both relate to each other. You are free to inquire by coming to my Instagram or sending me an email, which I gave y'all earlier. It's amorpersonified@gmail. It's amorpersonified on Instagram. Or you can hit up Goddess Rael. We do have a Dating by Design Instagram page. And you can just hit up Pronoia Starseed. Goddess Rael, if you can please put your email. I need to just put your email too. And next slide, I will put your email into. Send an email with your information, your birth date, birth time, birthplace, and also ensure that you have consent from the other person and a way for us to verify that consent. So we will need maybe some contact information for the other person. We can talk in terms of your specific connection to that person in terms of what level of consent, because we keep things very clean and above board. We want to make sure that both parties are in full agreement. And also you can remain completely anonymous, or you can choose to disclose. It's up to you. Dating by Design is up. I wanted to, these two human beings that I am comparing today are going to be kept anonymous, and I'm just gonna just riff a little bit on this composite chart that I have. So to give you a little bit of a example of what it could look like for you to share your information and somebody that's close to you that you want to see your compatibility to. All right, so Dating by Design. These two beings, we will call them blue and pink. And you know, the last one that we did with blue and pink, and this is blue and pink again, because that's just what's simple for me right now. So blue and pink, these are their composite charts, composite body graph. Both of these beings are manifesting generators, which you can tell because they have that middle sacral and their throats are defined, and then you see all the different channels that are connected. These two energies, in terms of their circuitry, have very similar. It's all. I love to look at like just I'm like just comparing the circuitry. It is very similar. So both of these energies together have most of their centers defined. They only have one open center. So that's like a 8-to-1 connection. An 8-to-1 connection means that there's some openness. It's really interesting to me that the open center is the emotional center, which means that these two can definitely understand that they are empaths. They're both emotional empaths, so they can feel other people's emotions. And it is oftentimes when two people have that open solar plexus, they tend to be able to be grounding and centering for each other, because people that have their solar plexus defined go through emotional waves. And when you have somebody that has it open and one person that has it defined, the person that has it open tends to feel those waves very deeply. The centers that you have open, you amplify energy through. So two people that have it open means that they can feel their own feelings and have awareness around when something is or isn't theirs. Ultimately, I would say these two have a very strong connection. Connections that have a lot of centers defined tend to feel very close and very magnetized to each other, like kind of don't want to let go. But the beauty of having the one center open is that there is a little bit of space to give each other, a little bit of space to understand each other. Other interesting things to know is like the similar channels, the similar individual channels that they carry. And in looking at it, I'm like, I'm not really seeing any tribal. Is there? Okay, yeah, there's one tribal channel that they form together. There's one tribal channel that's formed together. So that gives that they can both together, their energy helps build and provide for the tribe. That's beautiful. All right. Person blue and person pink. I will be doing a in-depth report, and I may or may not share in our next episode, depending on how many more people provide their information and want to do a comparison. The more time that I have, the deeper that I can go, and a lot more space in our lesson to and have align more space in our episode to dating by design. So thank you. I think yeah, I think that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you for being here. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it all. And Goddess, you can come on in, and I don't know if you want to take down the slide, or we'll put it back to next lesson. Oh, let me just make this brief mention before. You can stay in touch with me on Instagram at Amor Personified. I also have a newsletter that goes out on Buy Me a Coffee. So you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Amor Personified. And if you feel inclined to buy me a coffee, you can, or you can just put in your email so that you can receive information from me. Like I mentioned before, I do Reiki, Akashic Records, and Tarot, and I host monthly healing circles. And my next one is coming up actually on Saturday. So if you are wanting to join in, hit me up either on Instagram, or you can go to my Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you again for being here. I'm excited to come back next month and talk about gates. And already y'all have given me some material, so I hope you come back to receive from me in terms of your individual and unique gates, and also that you share with somebody that's close to you and bring a friend along. Share this, make sure you're subscribing, liking, and continue to grow this beautiful starseed universe. Woo! Cheers to us.
Cheers to us, Starseeds. What a night. Wow. I hope you're okay. So make sure you get your questions in. She's going to go back and get the gates. If you have a question about specific gates, make sure you put it in the comments. Wow. The information that I received from I was about to say my reading. It's a human design reading. But yes, the information, I'm telling you, it can be life-changing, and it can confirm so much. And I think a lot of times we don't necessarily need validation. We need confirmation, right? We need to just know that we're not crazy in certain things, or that, you know, there is no coincidence, and that we're feeling the things that we're feeling for a reason. And human design helps us to understand that. So thank you so much, Claudia, for this wonderful episode of Circuitry. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have learned a lot tonight. Yes, yes, yes. Peace and blessings, Melissa. Hey, Armota. Yes. So you guys, thank you again for tapping in. Claudia, do you have anything else before we close out for today?
All right. I was just going back through the comments to write down the
Oh yeah, I saw you do it.
I'm like, let me do what I can right now. I do always check. I do always check before I come back again, just to make sure I have questions. And again, like I mentioned, you can always come back and put it in the comments. You can reach out to me, and you can also leave it in the comments. Either way works. I'm just excited to continue to engage and loving how integrated y'all are becoming with your own gates, with your own things, which that's what the goal is. The goal is get to know yourself. The goal is walking your truth, walking your path, discover what that is for you, and bring about the beauty and success that is meant for you, and allow your divinity through, allow yourself to keep showing up. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing, and thank you in advance for liking and subscribing. Much gratitude and love to you, Goddess Rael. I'm looking forward to seeing King Adonis tomorrow. Happy Juneteenth.
Yes.
Happy Juneteenth. I hope everyone has safe and beautiful celebrations and honoring this holiday, and also bringing in the summer solstice with peace and grace. And I will see y'all next month, and we're going to have a good time then too. So thank you, Goddess.
Yes.
Y'all see me in the comments later too. You know, I be coming through, and when I come through, you know, it makes me mad when I'm not number one. You know how there's numbers in the YouTube thing? I be like, who number one?
Right. That is hilarious. No, I be doing that too. I be like, wait a minute, hold up. When I go in Smart Video Girl, when she does introducing, and I'll be like, 3. 3. Wait a minute. Nelly said, I am number 1. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. What is y'all talking about? 3. But yes, like, look, let me get my comment on, because I'm not gonna be number 3. Okay. No.
Right. We're gonna give out awards soon. We finna have a Pronoia award ceremony. Let's give it up to our most engaged.
Yeah, look, hey, you know what? We will make it happen. You know how we do over here. It ain't nothing but a word. We'll say it, and then next episode, boom, welcome to the Pronoia Awards, okay? You get an Emmy. You get a Patah. You get a Patah, okay? Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, you know what? I had an amazing night. I'm gonna have to come down, and I'm amped up. I am, y'all. I am very amped up right now, and it's early. It's late, but it's early for me, so I gotta figure out something. I gotta walk around a couple times and get this energy out. But I'm back in the building tomorrow. That's right, as Claudia just mentioned, King Adonis is in the building. We are having a Juneteenth Jubilee here on Pronoia Starseed Podcast, so make sure you tap in. We will be here at 9:30 p.m.-ish. That means 10 o'clock-ish, maybe, you know. We do be in the purple room. We do be here, y'all, at 9:30. We just don't be here at 9:30. And you will see some of the clips from the purple room real soon as we get ready to get to the mid-season. I'll be dropping clips from the purple room and what we'll be talking about backstage. We be getting into it for real. We have a whole nother podcast before the podcast. For real. That's why I said, let me start doing this purple room, because we be talking too much, and then I'll be missing stuff. So let me hit that record button. So you guys will get to look into that. On the 24th, Mahatma is in the building. Mahatma Starseed will be joining us. On the 27th, it's Pronoia Poetry. Get your snaps ready. If you are a poet, if you write poetry, if you just got some shit you need to get up off your chest, come on through. Let divine work through you. Tap into Pronoia Poetry. There will be a cutoff date. I'll be putting it out on Instagram, but I'll tell you here it's going to be the 22nd, because I have to get the list finalized and get everything ready for Pronoia Poetry. So if you're interested, confirm with me that you're going to be there. You can do up to 2 poems that night. So let me know if you're going to do 1 or 2. I'm very interested in hearing what you guys got to say. And especially if you are a Starseed and I have never seen you and you've been over here in these comments just talking and stuff. Oh yeah, come on to the stage. Let me see that pretty face, because I know we got some beautiful Starseeds in the building. So thank you all again for liking, subscribing, and sharing the podcast. Believe me, I am always grateful. I used to cry over stupid shit. Now I just cry because I'm so grateful. Honestly, every day I'm always crying about some stupid shit that I'm grateful for. And it's like, God be like, goodness, girl, I could do the smallest thing for you. Yes, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. But Pronoia, this is a big deal to me. This is my dream. This is actually a part of my life's purpose. As I continue to learn through human design, I'm definitely in alignment with where divine wants me to be. So thank you so much for being a part of this dream, Starseeds. You are a part of my tribe. So I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your tribe, because we're all in this collective dream, but we all have our own individual dreams. And that's what human design is teaching us, how to maneuver our own individual dreams while still being here in the collective. So I love you guys so much. I'm excited. I'll see you in a couple hours. We'll be back here. You know that Pronoia means that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, and Pronoia means forethought. So think before you speak, think before you act, and let divine always be guiding you. The universe is always working in your favor, no matter what. I love you, Starseeds, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace and blessings. Have a good evening. All right, what song are we playing? What song are we playing? Hold on. I gotta go out a little bit smoother than that. A little clean. Peace, y'all.
It's a palate cleanser. Yeah. When it comes to evolving, I'm an advocate. I learned how to have peace by not having it. Sometimes you gotta lose everything just to find everything. They tried to throw me off, I came back like a boomerang. Now they all admire how I outlast through the pain. Now they all drawn to my art, see this the way I paint. My whole life a canvas, built my own brand, they can't brand us. On high levels, they can't overstand us. Now these ain't bars, these stanzas. Sonnets and haikus, broke generational curses and cycles. Just got my mama out the hood and I ain't finished. I'ma liberate my lineage, gotta elevate the children. Boy, I'm out here building this brick by brick. The snowfall, I still stick to the script. When it's sticky, I trust God, but the 4-5 still stick to the hip. But I choose peace over violence, serenity over sirens. Say they own demon timing, or God timing, make your clock out if you're wildin'. I wanna change, so I change my environment. Channel my greatness, they can't turn me off. My loft got an island, now I'm on the island in the loft, solo tripping. Spending time by the water, getting deep, solo dipping. I'm at peace now, told my youth to put their guns down and put their hands up. You help pull their minds up, then they'll pull their pants up. My flow guaranteed to make the elders stand up. This right here make my young niggas put his hands up. He's about to crash out, I made him switch his plans up. Told him don't crash out, cause God got a plan for him. God got a plan for him. God got a plan for him. I told him don't crash out, cause God got a plan for him. But who praying for him? The streets been praying on him since 21, so he turned to a savage. I was trying to live an average, had to activate my genius. Started controlling my penis, will never sell my soul, I'd rather sell out arenas. Said she needs space, so I nicknamed her Venus. Told my big sis, don't let no lame get between us. He lucky I matured, his life in jeopardy. If I gave my bloods the word, I gotta let her be. Can't go and jeopardize my legacy. The promised land I'll never see. If I don't listen to God, I put my ear up to heaven like I'm listening, God. Trying to vent and chill, my spirit need conditioning, God. Trying to heal, but this world just so sickening, God. Yeah, this little light of mine, I heard flickering, God. I need a recharge before I catch a battery. Help me realize my demons need some mastery, yeah. Had to go and switch up my strategy, yeah. The other day deleted pictures out my gallery, even the hidden ones. Time to burst some new fruit and stop eating forbidden ones. When I feel depleted, I let God restore me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out.
You
you are watching evolution of a goddess. Such an awful blossom, I'm stirring up who gossip is true. Cause I can make this flow come through your faucets. I can turn human to a possum, niggas play dead. When I spew the ink, they think I'm excited, they bloodshed. No, this is self-advancement. This a nod to shedding the old me in exchange for second chances in life. I once murdered dreams, married to light. Damn, double homicide. Had my ass shook like I got cabaret ties. The main event of my demise appeared as soul suicide. Sitting at that 9 to 5, knowing I can fucking fly, knowing I don't win a ride. No, I ain't prepared to die. Cubicle funerals had me dancing with death instead of painting my beautiful. Unsuitable condition, all this talent concealed. I'm losing a sense of self, but who gon' pay these bills? I'm saying God took a time with me, I know I'm the shit. But if you let it, life gon' treat you like a regular bitch. Stagnant in norms, excuses are born. My flesh getting torn, it's stretching its limits. Cause it keep trying to compete with my spiritual business. I listen to my future just blistering from the weight of my shivering. Fuck it, do it scared. Do what they wouldn't dare before your bones beyond repair. It's peaks, valleys, and prayer. Life ain't no crystal stair. Coughing up the carnage in compartments. And renewal needs to carpet. Got a message from the darkness that I am that royal sparkle, not no Meghan Markle kind. But genealogy a sign I'm more Maxine, reclaiming my time. And fuck it, I'm all in now. I just profess it's gonna happen if I get to worry when, where, how. I let the universe work it out. And in the interim rehearse my bow. This is the goddess vow.
Let's go. Turn me up. Real one, no break, no. Yeah. Real one, no break, no. Real one, no break, no. Real ones never break. We bend, but don't fold. Pressure made diamonds, I was built for the cold. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the gold. Heart too solid, I never be so. Yeah. Real ones never break, now I never that. Lost it all once, had to double back. Pain in my chest, I remember that. Now I walk strong, I ain't going back. Came from the mud, yeah, the dirt on my name. Had to fight demons, had to deal with the pain. Nobody helped me, I was stuck in the rain. Now I'm shining, they be screaming my name. I was down bad, pocket flat, no hope. Now I'm riding through the city, top down, no roof. Had to learn quick, how to move, stay low. Cause the ones close, turn fake, that's truth. I done seen love, turn hate overnight. Had to cut ties, had to get my mind right. Every scar, got a story to write. Now I'm glowing in the dark like a light. Real one never break. We bend, but don't fold. Yeah. Pressure made diamonds, I was built for the cold. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the goal. Heart too solid, I never be so. Mama told me, boy, stand tall, don't quit. Even when the world try to break your spirit. I was in the trenches, they ain't see me win it. Now I'm on top, yeah, I came with a vision. They were laughing when I said I rise. Now they watching every move, surprise. I keep grinding, ain't switch no sides. Stay real even when I had nothing inside. I remember nights I ain't eat no sleep. Now I'm feasting, blessings coming deep. But I still move like the pain don't leave. Cause the scars remind me who to be. They try to break me down, I stood tall. Even when I felt like I might fall. God had a plan through it all. Now I'm rising, I'm answering the call. Yeah. Real ones never break. We don't fold. Came too far, I can't lose my soul. Fire in my heart, yeah, it stays on go. If you real like me, let the whole world know. Let's go. Step in the game, I'm applying pressure. Talk on my name, I'ma send a message. Came from nothing, now I'm stacking extras. Real ones move different, I'm built better. I don't play fair when it's wartime. Cut off snakes, I don't spare mine. Came through clean, but I fight grime. Now I'm eating good, yeah, it's prime time. They ain't believe, now they switching sides. Funny how they act when you touching sky. I kept it real, I ain't never lied. Now I'm up, I got nothing to hide. Real ones never break, never fold. Yeah. Even when the nights feel cold, hold your ground, never lose your soul. Yeah. Real one story forever told. Yeah. Real ones never break.
It's time to rise. Yeah, lift your eyes. Don't let nobody play with your soul, cause you the prize. Had to change my vision, change my tongue, and change my mind. I even changed my circle, now everything aligned. I'm talking square roots. I'm in the sun, eating bird fruit. Fought through the lions and the tigers just to bear fruit. Head full of locks, tattoos on my bird arms. It's melanin all on my bird skin. They don't want us to win. See, he a blood, he a crip, they don't want us to blend. If we made in God's image, I'm calling them twin. Yeah, they thought that was the end. Yeah, they tried to break you, but forgot that you could bend. Now we don't talk about what it's been, cause now it's getting better. Used to get cheese from the government, but now we getting fatter. Now it flew together, now it's better weather. Blue skies, right.
Son of mine, don't let them tell you where treasures lie. Hold on to hope and don't close your eyes. Just keep on looking up towards the light. The sun gon' shine, we gon' rise.
It's time to rise, yeah, lift your eyes. Peace to the goddesses and peace to the gods. I picked up the pieces and said peace to the odds. I ain't who I used to be, I know they all surprised. It's shocking, ain't it? Ain't no blocking, ain't no stopping greatness. Thought it was meant to fall apart, but nah, I did the maintenance. I even cut off some dead weight, and though it wasn't painless, when you start applying gems, your body go through changes. Yeah, I used to throw signs, nine-line chakras. I evolved from that thug life, they still wanna pock us. Meditation over medication, do you proper. I started eating plants and let the earth be my doctor. Now they can't stop you, with y'all on your side. And don't forget your ancestors, the angels down the ride, I've been mastering demons and now I feel divine. It's perfect time. If you can hear my voice right now, look down at your feet. See, you right where you supposed to be. But see, some of y'all be posting online and you ain't who you supposed to be. Write this on a post-it note. Post this quote. It's time to
Son
ride.
of mine, don't let them tell you where treasures lie. Hold on to hope and don't close your eyes. Just keep on looking up towards the light. The sun gon' shine, we gon' rise.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my code to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.